All right, everyone. Pastor Dave, June 20th, 2012. Now, here's a new story for you. A woman accused of groping TSA agent. The woman was going through her checkpoint when the TSA agent inappropriately groped her, grabbed her genitals, grabbed her breast. She was trying to get to her brother's funeral. She didn't make it. The woman got upset and groped the supervisor to show how she was mistreated. She's been arrested, charged with misdemeanor battery. Let me bring you this story, then I'll play the video for you. Fort Myers, a lot of people get peeved about TSA pat-downs, but a Bonita Springs woman is accused of groping an agent in Southwest Florida International Airport, and it's all on tape. It happened on her way to Cleveland, Ohio. Airline passenger Carol Price says while going through security to catch her flight, a TSA agent groped her. In response, the video shows Price put down her carry-on bags, turned to a TSA supervisor, and grabbed her, allegedly without permission, to show the supervisor what Price says she went through. It was a customer complaint of an extremely inappropriate search, said Price's defense attorney, John Mills. Mills says another TSA agent first groped Price's genitals and breast. So I guess that's okay. She did not touch the supervisor as intrusively as she was touched, Mills said. Price says the TSA agent wasn't following protocol, and she should know. Get this. Price is a former TSA agent who worked at the airport until a few years ago. She got along with some, but not all of her coworkers, and says her pat-down was personal. She's obviously been through training and knew this lady, Mills said. But Mills admits Price was already emotional that day. She was going to her brother's funeral, he said, adding that she did not make it. Instead, Price was removed from the flight, taken to jail, and now faces misdemeanor battery charges. She has pleaded not guilty. What about the TSA agent that groped her, grabbed her genitals, grabbed her breast? Have they been arrested, taken to jail? Have charges been filed, misdemeanor battery charges, against the person that sexually assaulted her? And what about all the young children and babies and grandmothers and grandfathers that get inappropriately groped? Miss Price wants her name cleared, Mills said. The TSA says the pat-down was conducted correctly in accordance with our procedures. Violence against our officers who work every day to keep the traveling public safe is unacceptable. But the citizens, it's okay for violence to occur to them by these officers. Let me show you this video here. Let's see if we can get it to play. And I'll put the link below.
At TSA pat-downs, but a Bonita Springs woman's accused of groping an agent at Southwest Florida International Airport. And as you can see, it's all on tape.
Take a look at your TV. This is video, and it shows Carol Price grab the worker at a screening checkpoint. NBC2's Elizabeth Billingsley talked to the woman's attorney, who says the video doesn't tell the whole story. TSA pat-downs are a necessary evil in a post-9/11 America, but how would you report an intrusive pat-down? Call an agent, write a letter, file a complaint. But watch how a Bonita Springs woman took matters into her own hands. It happened on her way to Cleveland, Ohio. Airline passenger Carol Price says while going through security to catch her flight, a TSA agent groped her. Watch how she handled the situation. Putting her carry-ons down, Price turns to a TSA supervisor and grabs her, allegedly without permission, to show the supervisor what Price says she went through.
There was a customer complaint of an extremely inappropriate search.
John Mills, Price's attorney, says another TSA agent groped Price's genitals and breast first.
But she did not touch the supervisor as intrusively as she was touched.
Price says the TSA agent wasn't following protocol, and she should know. Notice the hug. Price is a former TSA agent herself who worked at the airport until a few years ago. She got along with some, but not all, of her coworkers, and says her pat-down was personal.
She's obviously been through training and knew this lady.
Mills admits Price was already emotional that day.
She's actually going to her brother's funeral.
She didn't make it. Instead, Price was removed from the flight, taken to jail, and now faces misdemeanor battery charges. She's pleaded not guilty. TSA says the pat-down was conducted correctly and in accordance with procedures. Violence against our officers who work every day to keep the traveling public safe is unacceptable. A Lee County jury will decide this July. Live in the studio, Elizabeth Billingsley, NBC2.
All right, there you have it, everyone. A woman accused of groping TSA agent. It was about time someone turned around and made a stand. But if you can see in the video, she just runs her hands up the woman's right leg. She doesn't touch her inappropriately at all. After she had been grabbed and groped, her genitals, her breasts had been touched inappropriately. Leave me your comments. What do you think? I'll put the link below. God bless.